Hi everybody, this is Big Boss Calvin 83. I'm out. I don't know what I'm gonna do right now, but I just want to get out the house. I think I'm gonna go downtown where I'm at, hang out for a bit, enjoy the Sunday. Anyway, today I'm gonna just come on, car. Normally don't do this, but I'm on the go. But today I want to talk about, I'm going to say it like this. Men, we as men, we need to stop letting women in our fucking business. And I'll say it again. We as men, whether you consider yourself a men's rights activist, MGTOW, whatever kind of men kind of movement you're a part of, you gotta stop letting these women get in your fucking business. Women do not belong in our fucking movement. I know that's being sexist and they may come across as misogynist, but I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna tell you why in a little bit. But women need to stay out of men's business and do not trust a woman who claims to be for men's issues and stuff. Now, every time I get in these debates, on Facebook, most of the time, since I spend most of my time now being in these groups and stuff, I notice there's a lot of women. I notice there's some women there. And, I don't trust, I'm going to be honest with you. I do not trust women, being a part of the men's movement, period. Let me tell you why. The reason why I have an issue with it, because women got something up their fucking sleeves, man. She's still a woman. You gotta ask yourself, why in the fuck is she interested all of a sudden in men's issues, men's problems? And I notice that now. You can say, well, maybe this generation is starting to recognize and starting to wake up how men are treated in shit. And how we get the short end of the stick, and they recognize, some women will acknowledge that there's female privilege, and there's gynocentrism, and they know, a lot of women already know the double standards, and they're aware on how men are treated. We're treated like fifth-class citizens. We're abused by women, we're disrespected by women all the damn time. It's like, not only that, you got to worry about women being your fucking enemy, but you gotta worry about these mangianas, these simps, and these white knight motherfuckers who cater to women. You really gotta pay attention to this. You gotta ask yourself, why are women suddenly starting to become interested in men's issues? Why do they want to be part of the men's rights movement? You understand what I'm telling you? And I got a theory why that is. Women are starting to understand that men are fed up with the bullshit. They're fed up. Men are fed up with the fucking misandry that's going on in the West, in society. You understand? They already know we're fed up. They already know. When you really think about it, a lot of women want to get married. They want to have a family, but they ain't in it because they love your ass. They in it because the reason why these bitches are fucking hot pergamous is because of the fact that they got a lot to gain. A man has a lot to lose when he's with a woman. He don't even have to marry the bitch. You know what I'm saying? A woman can, if you piss off a woman, she can fuck you up. She can put her hands on you, and if you try to defend yourself, your ass go to jail, or you don't, you go to jail anyway. Oh, and not only that, you got to worry about is that you have women, if they don't get their way, they will badmouth you, talk shit about you. Hell, some of them would talk bad. If they know where you work at, or they know your friends, they will try to turn your friends and even your own family fucking against you. Because these bitches are just fucking that fucking evil and fucking vindictive. I know they're not born that way, but society has taught them to be that way. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, you guys got to pay attention. Look, I don't want to just ramble, but I'm going to get to the point. Think about it like this. Think about it like this. Why, when women had the feminist movement, it was sponsored. I mean, a man funded that movement. It was obvious, right? Why do you think so many men want for women to be fucking equal when the truth of the matter is there were some men who did not fucking want that. There were men who still were, patriarchal. You know what I'm saying? The only reason why some of these guys were for women's liberation is because they thought they were going to get some easy-ass pussy. I'm going to just put it to you like that. Why do you think women are joining the men's movement? And even, one thing I'll give credit to MGTOW, Black Man Vent, and I'll even give True Force Loneliness the benefit of the doubt. Because I don't agree with Bill Greathouse, letting some women in, the TFL movement. Even though it's not a men's movement, it's a movement for both women and men who are suffering because they don't fit the status quo. They're not desirable enough to have a mate because we're so fucking superficial, we're so fucking shallow, and so fucking materialistic. You know what I'm saying? And that's why so many people are alone. We got to be realized, man. Women have all the choice and have all the power and all the say-so when it comes to the dating scene. Hell, they have all the choice and all the power and all the say-so when it comes to this society. Everything favors women. The laws favor women. You understand what I'm saying? Anything you can think of favors the woman. And these women know that. They know they can fuck you up anytime they want. I'm going to just say this. Brothers. Some of these women ain't out, who claim to support men's issues and claim to have male friends who are men's rights advocates. That's like, a Caucasian person saying, well, I got so-called black friends. I'm not racist. When the truth of the matter is they are fucking racist as fuck. Every time I hear that, I know I'm dealing with a fucking racist. And I'll tell you why. Because when you start talking about true equality, you start talking about you as a person of color, you as a so-called black person, particularly in America, you start talking about we should get reparations, right? You start talking about history. And you start talking about Caucasian supremacy. You start talking about your issues and your experiences going through racism. When it gets down to it, these motherfuckers want to make excuses and justify why there's racism. And justify the racism why you don't deserve equal rights. Why you don't deserve restitution. Why you don't deserve a fair chance in life. And they want to come up with these fucking, bullshit ass stereotypes that's been promoted by the racist ass media. You know what I'm saying? So when you start talking about race, and they always say, I don't want to talk about race. That's so fucking insensitive to say, well, I don't want to talk about race issues. You should want to talk about racism because it's a fucking problem. You as a Caucasian person don't have to worry about fucking racism. You don't have to be fucking judged every day. You don't have to fucking prove yourself. You got to be, 10 times better than the average Caucasian person if you are a black person. Am I making sense here? I'm not trying to make this whole thing about a race issue. I'm trying to get you to understand. You gotta recognize the true intentions of a woman, or why they want to take interest in men's issues. Now, some of them maybe come to realize that they have sons and they want their sons to have a better life, and they don't want them to get jammed up in this fucking gynocentric system that we are under. Some of these women, who are mothers now and have sons recognize how men are treated in society, how they're discriminated against, how the odds are not in our favor as men. So maybe these women realize it. But what if they had daughters? You think if they had all girls, these mothers had daughters. Do you think they actually give a fuck? I'll give you an example. Like, what's that woman's name? Karen Strongen. I think that's how you say her name. Girl Writes What? Why is she interested in men's issues? Oh, I forgot, because she has sons. Do you think if she had daughters, you think she would give a flying fuck? I'm going to tell you, to be honest with my answer, hell to the no. Most of these women who are interested in men's issues and claim that, oh, they love men and shit, these women understand that we ain't playing with their asses no more. They understand that men are hip to the game. We already know their fucking playbook. And that's what scares women. They're afraid of losing their power. They want their female privilege. They still want to be on their fucking pedestal. It's all about female supremacy. Same with Caucasian supremacy. That's where I'm going with this. Men and these women, I want to tell y'all, man, these women need to stay the fuck out of our fucking business. I'm not saying they can't help or can't be supportive, but they need to let men be men. Because I know there's a lot of these women, you know, claim to be our fucking friends, and, you know, every time we post something, these women get fucking offended and get all senses get all butthurt because we're speaking about how treacherous these women are. And you know how that goes. And then when we're talking about a certain group of women, they always got to come up, there's some of them to come up with, not all women are like that. I'm like, hold on here. I didn't say all, bitch. I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about, you know, a specific group of women who are living foul, who are living immoral, not living right. And then these women say, well, it's not you. It doesn't affect you. Why do you care? Well, hold on. If y'all women, I mean, let's use reverse psychology. Let's go tit for tat on this. You know, y'all women will talk about, y'all worried about rape and shit. You know, if a woman gets raped by a man, let's just say that. And you started talking about how women are getting abused and discriminated and fucking oppressed. And I told you, not all men are like that. How would that make you feel? How would I look like? What would I look like to you? And an asshole. That's how you bitches are. A fucking asshole. You wasn't talking about me. If it wasn't me, if it doesn't apply, don't fucking reply. You know what I'm saying? Don't respond. I mean, I can say, you talking about how women are being discriminated, being fucking abused and fucking oppressed under this so-called patriarchal system. You know, I'm just making an argument here. And I told you, well, you never been raped. You were never molested by an older man when you was a little girl. You was never abused. You were never, so you don't have to worry about domestic violence. You don't have to worry about rape. You don't have to worry about, you know, discrimination. You know what I'm saying? So if it doesn't affect you, why are you offended, bitch? And that's not the point. The point is that it's a fucking problem out here. It's a problem out here. That's the issue. I mean, you gotta understand, whatever happens to that person can affect you in a different way. So when you women talk about, well, you should get married and stop complaining and just find a good woman and shut the fuck up, I already know what the fuck you are. You are a sexist bitch. You are an undercover, man-hating bitch. When we start talking about when men start talking about men's issues and start talking about a certain group of women who, especially these feminists, and some of these women don't even realize they're fucking feminist. And if they are, they'll be fucking in denial. And they start making it about them. You notice that, gentlemen? Is that women start making everything about them. I mean, I'm just being honest here. That's what they do. Everything's about the woman. You start talking about issues that what you go through as a man. You start sharing your experience. These women will start talking about their experience. And I'm like, hold on, it ain't about you, bitch. It's about us. It's about me as a man. You don't know what it's like to have a penis. You don't know what it's like to be hated for having a dick. You understand what I'm going with this, guys, right? So why are you talking? It's getting hot in here. Let me roll down the damn window. So why are you making if men are talking about a certain issue here, why are you interrupting me and start throwing in your 2 cents when nobody asked for your fucking opinion? That's what I can't stand about women. They always gotta have a fucking opinion. Their opinion matters. Yours don't. That's what we have a problem here. That's why I don't want women to be involved in the so-called movement that we're trying to have as men. One thing I give credit, black men then don't play that shit. Even MGTOW to a certain extent don't play that bullshit. I'm just telling. I mean, we already know the bullshit. When men start talking about the issues and how they're discriminated against, y'all women start saying, "Well, you just need to stop complaining. You need to be quiet." So basically, you want us to just sit down and shut up and fucking take this fucking injustice. That's why I have a problem. That tells me you are a misandric, sexist, bigoted bitch who needs to burn in hell and shut the fuck up. You know. Every time a woman starts getting involved in our issues, they always got to have something to say. They always got to have a fucking opinion. You know what I mean? They always got to have an opinion, and they always got to throw their 2 cents in when the conversation has nothing to do with them. When y'all women talk about your issues, men most of the time shut the fuck up or listen, or we don't even get in the conversation. When y'all start talking about your injustices, your pains, and your suffering, the woman's suffrage bullshit. Men are quiet. Men don't throw any. Keep their mouth shut and fucking try to listen to y'all and try to make the situation better and try to pass laws and cater to you. But when we as men talk about our issues and what we deal with, you women don't want to hear what the fuck we gotta say. You want us to just shut up and sit back and take it. That's sexism and that's misandry. That's misandry flat out. That's gynocentrism. When we start talking about female privilege, y'all women want to be fucking in denial about it. Let me tell y'all something. When you women start being in denial that there's a problem in how men are treated, how boys are treated, especially, and how men are suffering, especially the boys, and you don't want to hear it, and you just want, especially, some of y'all women got sons, and you don't even want to listen to what we got to say, that tells me you don't give a fuck. The reason why some of you women want to be in men's issues and shit like that, because you want to know what the fuck we're talking about, because you want to be like the CIA. You want to be the fucking spy. You want to be the fucking ancient, and then report back to your sisterhood, your girlfriends, and start talking about us and start coming up with tactics to shut us down and make us silent. That's what y'all bitches try to do. We ain't stupid here. Well, I know I ain't stupid. Some of y'all women want to claim that you're from men's issues for the simple fact that you want fucking dick. You're tired of being alone, you're lonely, and then we gotta come with the man stroking. You want to talk about you love us, you care about us. Well, hold on. If you fucking gave a fuck, action speaks louder than words. If you gave a fuck about us men, you should let us talk about our pain, even cry about our hurt feelings and how women have treated us and how society has fucked us over as men. You would listen to us and talk and hear what the fuck we gotta say and acknowledge that there's female privilege, acknowledge that there's gynocentrism, acknowledge that that feminism is running rampant, and that you got so many bitches who are fucking unaccountable for what the fuck they do and screw men over, and men who are the heaviest tax population gotta pay for women's fuck ups. But when men fuck up, y'all women ain't paying for our fuck ups. You understand me? So when a woman says, I got men, I like men, I got male friends, y'all sound like these racist Caucasian motherfuckers that I can't fucking stand, claiming that they love black people, they're for black people. But when we start getting to the nitty gritty, start talking about racism, talking about Caucasian supremacy, start talking about white privilege, you motherfuckers want to cut us off and don't want to hear what the fuck we got to say. As people of color, you don't want to acknowledge the racism, the institutionalized racism, systematic racism. What you should do, you should start when particularly Caucasian people claim to be not racist, you should be checking racist Caucasian people, when they make a racist ass joke, when they make a ignorant ass racist statement about people of color. You understand me? I mean, you notice how so-called black people are being discriminated against. You people should you should be talking to your Caucasian counterparts and start talking about, hey, this is wrong. That what you are doing to people of color and discriminating against them and mistreating them bad, you need to stop that. No, but some of you Caucasian people don't fucking do that because you're afraid of being disowned and scared to be called a nigger lover. I know the game. You know. Now, what does that got to do with women? Women are the same. Women, when it comes to feminism and gynocentrism and female privilege, women are so in denial and blinded by the privilege and power that they have over men. And women are in denial that they got more rights, more freedoms, and they can do whatever the fuck they want to do, but they don't have to deal with the consequences and repercussions. They can just blame it back on the men and say it's our fault. You know, if you women cared about men's issues and you're for men's rights, what y'all should do is stay the fuck out of our business. Stop trying to infiltrate our movement. Stop trying to be a spy. If you don't like men, if you don't want men to rise up and destroy this matriarchy, destroy gynocentrism, basically end female privilege and end female privilege where we have true equality, right? I mean, the truth of the matter is you women do not, you know, men are fed up and we're sick and tired of being sick and tired. And we're sick and tired of being fucking oppressed under this gynocentric system that men are under. And the thing is, you fear that when men come together and stick together and work together, you're afraid that you're going to lose your power and that you cannot control us with pussy and shit. You know, you women want to use these same ad hominem attacks talking about, oh, you need to just stop complaining, which is sexism in itself. That's misandry. Oh, you're just hurt, or you're bitter, you're gay, you can't get fucking laid. Any other ad hominem attack, or you just want to just be complete oblivious to, you want to be in complete oblivious to how men are treated in this fucking society. I mean, truth of the matter is, if you women actually gave a fuck about men's issues, you should be checking these treacherous ass, evil ass bitches who treat men like shit, who abuse boys, who abuse men, who think that it's okay to put their hands on a man, but when a man hits back, you know what I mean, you should be checking that bitch and say, hey, you don't put your hands on a man. He has the right to knock you the fuck out. If you did that to me, I would do the same thing. If a man stands up to a woman, you see a woman in the wrong, right? And she's disrespecting a man, and that man stands up to her, you should be on that man's side and say, hey, he's in the right. But you women, most of you women don't do that. Now, I'm not saying if a man's just a belligerent asshole and he's just disrespectful and confrontation. I'm not talking about that kind of guy. I'm talking about when a man is being disrespected and he stands up for himself when he's in the right, which he has the right to stand up for himself. You women should be on the side. It's about what's right and what's wrong, not what you feel. So when a woman hits a man or spits at a man, that man has the right to knock her the fuck out. If she throws an object at him, a drink at him, and the man throws the object back and hits her, you should be on the man's side and say, no, girl, you were wrong. Don't do that. But most of you women don't do that. All I'm just going to just say is that women, if you truly give a fuck about men's issues and you fight for men's rights, start checking your sisters who are not living right. Start checking these women who want to get married just so they can have a fucking alimony check. They just get married, you know, call out these women who practice their low-grade gold digging, also known as hypergamy, who just want to get with a man solely because he has money, but this bitch has nothing to fucking offer. Call out these women who want to have these, call out these women who have all these unrealistic expectations of what they want in a fucking man, but they can't even live up to their own fucking standards. And they have nothing to offer to a man of what they want in a man. They want so much from a man, but they don't want to give nothing. You need to call out these women. When men are discriminated against and mistreated by women in society, you women should be speaking out. When your girlfriends do a man wrong, you should call her out on the bullshit. Stop sticking up for women who are in the fucking wrong. Stop. I mean, you should not defend a woman because she's a woman. You should defend her rather she's right or wrong. Same with a man. I mean, but women, y'all do, when it comes to y'all, what most of you women do, when there's a confrontation and there's a problem, you women just take the woman's side because she got a vagina. Yeah, my memory card ran out of space, so continue. Women, I'm just going to say this. If you know a woman is abusing the system and using the system, this sexist, man-hating, misandric, anti-male, gynocentric system to destroy a man's life, I'll give you an example. If you know the bitch was not raped and you know she's making a false rape accusation, you need to come forward and especially tell the police, especially tell his lawyer that this bitch is lying and she's out to no good. She's taking advantage of the system to hurt the man because she's on a fucking power trip. That's what you need to say. You need to come forward and you need to check her ass and confront her. Regardless if you're afraid of losing a friend, it's not about if she goes a real friend, she won't understand that you just doing the right thing. Even if she's against it, you are still friends at the end of the day. If she's a true friend, if you disagree and you didn't like what she did, or you snitched on her and told the truth, she would understand. Even if she's angry, she would understand. You know, there's many friends, you know, when I was doing wrong and they had to come forward and check my ass, I straightened the fuck up. Now, if you want, as a woman, see, that's what men do. Men check other men. You women don't do that. What you women do is you want to side with the bitch, knowing that she's dead ass wrong. Which I don't understand. I don't understand that logic. Because you think, well, what if something happens to me? This is not about you. Again, stop trying to make everything about you. Stop doing that shit. It's really irritating. Stop making everything about you. This is about a person's life. This is about what's right and what's wrong. This is what's right. I'll say it like this. This is what's right versus what's wrong. So if you know your girlfriend or another woman's doing wrong and hurting a man, and I'll say it like this: if you know a woman's putting her hands on a man, or she's trying to start a fight with a man, you need to tell her to back the fuck off. And if the man knocks her the fuck up and defends himself, which he has a right to, you need to tell her, hey, like Whoopi Goldberg says, women, if you hit them, don't put your hands on a man if you don't, and don't be surprised if you get hit back. She said something like that. So all I'm going to say is this: if you know a woman's doing another man dirty, mistreating him any kind of way, especially in relationships. I read a post, you know, a guy screenshot I don't know, somebody, I don't know where y'all find these things, you know, but it was a screenshot post. You know, it was a screenshot post, and and this woman talking about, she got this guy that used to like her. Now she found out that this guy is about to be in a relationship with another woman. She gets jealous because she don't have nobody in her life. So she's going to say that she likes him when she doesn't, just so she don't fucking be alone. But it's okay to force men to be alone. But, you know, that's the selfishness that we're talking about here. Now, this woman don't give a shit about this guy, but she's going to lie to this guy and say that she likes him or she loves him when she fucking doesn't, because she has an ulterior motive, because she don't want this dude to be happy. It's all about y'all bitches. It's just, at the end of the day, I can just go on and on about how treacherous some of you women can be to men. And even to children, how y'all abuse children, especially the boys. And it's getting out of hand, and it has to stop. All I'm going to say in closing, women, if you want to do your part, if you are truly down for the cause, you truly care about men, start checking your own. Take care of your own. Start checking these bitches who are making it hard for you. Start speaking out against these feminazis. Start calling out feminists on their bullshit. Start checking these women who are living immoral. You know, who go out their way to hurt men for no damn reason because she's on a fucking power trip. Do something about that. Speak on our behalf about how injustice these laws are against men. And how the policies favor women. How the majority, everything favor women. Acknowledge that you have female privilege. And be against it. Don't support it because it doesn't make sense for you to support something that's unfair. You women want true equality. You got to be about equality, and you got to be about equal responsibility and accountability. So all I want to say is, in closing, women, if you really truly down for the cause, you have to speak out. Start checking these women who are living wrong and being treacherous and evil as fuck to men. Start calling them out on their behavior. Start exposing these hypergamous ass gold diggers, these man haters, these abusers. You know, women lying on men to destroy their lives because they're on a fucking power trip. Start calling these women out and start exposing them. Disassociate yourself from these evil ass bitches, because if you don't, you'll be looked at as that bitch too. So all I'm gonna say, women, stay out of our business. Stay out of the men's business and start checking your own. Start calling out these females who are living foul and hurting men in the damn process for their own personal gain. Start calling women out on their selfishness and start admitting your faults. Start making your girlfriends accountable for what the shit they do. That's all I gotta say. I'm out. Peace.